Good day, gamers. Fortane here, and welcome to episode 9 of Minecraft, the Betweenlands. Hello, everyone. Oh, I'm doing well. I hope you're doing well as well. We've got ourselves a little Shuramaw friend who's quite literally hanging out just outside here. Well, okay, he's making up his mind whether he wants to be hanging out or flapping around. But I figured I'd use that as part of the intro, considering he's just chilling right there. But yes, how y'all doing? I'm doing well, and I hope you're doing well as well. It is time for us to continue mining down the mining shaft that we are creating here in the Betweenlands. Trying to get access to some new materials, specifically the Scab Assist to coat our better tools so they don't get, decay. We're looking for Valinite to be able to make the end game diamond type tier stuff, as well as life crystals to be able to convert some of the item scrolls that we have. We can convert the item scrolls into a bunch of useful stuff, a bunch of materials, some magic items like the magic item magnet or the swift pick. We can get some new amulets going. We can get lots of different music discs, but also importantly, the life crystal can be used to restore the durability on a bunch of my tools. So once I start having like a bunch of Valinite level gear, I don't want to have to keep searching for more and more Valinite to keep making a Valinite pick or Valinite sword. I'm going to use the life crystal to restore the durability of those things instead. So, inventory is looking pretty good. I do have enough lurker skin from hunting off camera to make the next full-size lurker skin pouch. So let's go ahead and do such things. So we got our small one. We got the second size. We got the third size, and now the largest size. There we go. 36 inventory slots. Don't quite have enough lurker skin yet to make the final one that I want to make. Need about another 25, 26 or so to be able to make that final one. But at least we got this one. Go ahead and rearrange our inventory a little bit. It is a little odd having the inventory kind of offside like this, but once I have all 3 pouches right here, it'll be much easier. We got our misc blocks pouch for things like extra between stone, extra pit stone, things like that. I think we'll call this one mob drops and ores. There we go. So we have a pouch specifically for Shuramaw wings. We have things for like frog legs, snail shells. We have a thing for octine ingots, Sumerite ingots, things like, or Sumerite ore, I should say. Let's see. Everything else is pretty good. I've got plenty of extra tools up here that I can swap to when needed. Got plenty of pebbles from my simple slingshot. I do want to go ahead real quick before I head over to where we've been digging down. I want to make an octine pick, because once we get down to the Scab Assist and Valinite stuff, you can only mine it with an octine pick. And I want to make sure I have it ready to go for when we get down there. Now, we do still need to get down to the pitstone layer to be able to start finding that stuff. So with our inventory sorted, let's go. Yes, I'm doing well. Like I said, I hope you're doing well as well. Just been not doing a whole lot of off-camera stuff here and Escape the Betweenlands. I have been filling out, as you'll see as we're coming up to here, I have been filling out this central area around where center base is going to be, just because I want it to be a nice flat area. My eventual goal, and I'm probably going to do at least some of this over the next probably couple episodes, is I want to go ahead and start making the base design for center base here. Ooh, spooky noises. Let's see, making sure there's no enemies that are going to attack me here. Don't want to be heading up or down the ladder and then suddenly ambushed by some of the infestations. But yeah, my eventual goal is to essentially make a giant, and I mean giant, weedwood tree stump for center base. Plan with, let's see, you are heading towards me. Are you up above? I think it's trying to path towards me. There's a little red dot you can see on the minimap. It's trying to path towards me, but we're good for the moment. Continue on. Basically, I'm gonna be, like I said, making a very large weedwood tree stump as center base design. So the outside of it is going to be a giant circle, which obviously is going to take a while due to making circles in Minecraft where everything is a square. The floor of it is going to be, let's make sure we're good here. The floor of it, yep, I saw you. The floor of it is going to be that kind of yellowish core wood that's in the center of, there we go. That's in the center of weedwood trees that we've been collecting a bunch of. And then the roof of it is going to be made of thatch. So when you take the swamp reeds, dry them out, you can make thatch. I've shown that a little bit already. But that is going to be the roof of the giant weedwood tree that's going to be center base. Why? Just because I like the aesthetic of it. Okay, back into our little mining shaft here. Continuing on down. And here we are, pretty much, not exactly at, but pretty much at the pitstone layer. Let's go ahead and dig down a bit more. There is an enemy that is very close on the same level I currently am. Let's see. A little hard to see, unfortunately, due to the not exactly fog, but kind of darkness level of being this far down underground in the Betweenlands. So we do need to be careful. Probably an infestation over there. We do have some octane up above us. Let's go ahead and grab that. Always appreciate having more octane to use. Go. Oh, that piece is gone. Oh. Alright, well, we're gonna have to go down there and get that now. Alright. Definitely don't want to be losing that stuff. Let's build downwards and see what we can find. Hi there. Oh, we have a swamp hag, at the very least. Not too threatening, so long as we're careful. Let's see, we got something, yes, we can build up against right here. Just making a bit of a staircase downwards. Right to the edge. Hi, swamp hag. Hi. I know you're gonna be coming to try and fight us momentarily. That's fine. Okay. We're gonna do this safely. Switch to the crab sticks. And down we go. Hi. Another swamp hag. Hi, I see your glowing eyes. Put down a torch. Okay. Cool. Not exactly how I wanted to descend down here, but you know, it works for the moment. Okay. We are down in the pitstone layer. Lots and lots of thorns all over the place. We'll have to be careful. But there is some scab cyst here, or scabist. So we'll go ahead and grab our octane pick, bring that out, and mine a little bit of this. I'm not going to use any of it right now. I only really want to worry about coating the Valenite stuff, but it is good to go ahead and grab it while we can find it. Okay. But yes, here we are at the pitstone layer. Let's go ahead and make ourselves a little pathway back up so we can get up and out of here more easily in case we have to. There we go. Perfect. Back up. Keeping an eye out around us for potential enemies. Mostly the infestations. Right. Oh, yep, speaking of infestation. Get all those bugs off the screen. There we go. Apologies, everyone. Gotta do that to get rid of the boogers. There we go. Okay. Have another crab stick. Crab sticks are getting okay and are good to continue. All right. Got ourselves a little hole here. Let's go ahead, block this up. This will be our tunnel that we'll use to explore this area. And we'll continue digging downwards. Grab our ladders. And see what we can find as we continue going downwards. Digging into the pit zone here. Again, trying to be very careful and not digging directly down. Not always being successful, but you know, it happens. But yeah, as far as center base is concerned, I'm going to be doing some of it off camera. Excuse me. I'm going to be doing some of it on camera, like laying down the basic framework of center base is going to be done on camera. And then after that, I will do a lot of the like kind of repetitive grunt work off camera. So like I've already been going around and chopping down a bunch of trees off camera, just because, well, you guys have seen me chop down a bunch of trees. I don't need to keep deforesting on camera. I can just do that while, you know, waiting for something to finish rendering or what have you. Let's grab these stones real quick. Happily take more pebbles. Take a look around. Grab these pebbles. There we go. Okay. Block up here so we have a safe spot to just continue digging for the moment. Boop, boop, boop. There, perfect. So like once I have the basic design of center base laid out, like it's going to be a giant circular tree trunk. So I'll be laying out the base design on camera, but then when it comes to filling in the stacks and stacks of blocks that it's going to take to hi, I hear you being grumpy over there. It's another swamp hag someplace nearby. But when it comes to laying out the like stacks and stacks of wooden blocks or wooden logs that it's going to take to actually make center base, I'll do some of that on camera and then just do the rest. You know, okay, imagine me doing this for like 7 more stacks of logs and now we're done, kind of thing. So save more of the interesting stuff will be done on camera. The grunt work will be done off camera. Right, there is a bunch of this cave grass around. I don't want to destroy a ton of it because I am going to need some of it for I am gonna need some of the cave grass for hello, interesting. I'm gonna need some of the cave grass to make for aspect testing. Then I saw this and I'm like, oh, this is pitstone brick, very interesting. This is a little pitstone structure here which can potentially have goodies inside. Go ahead and grab these pebbles while I'm here. Thank you. Again, being very mindful of, okay, that I have to be very careful of. So if you see that goopy yellow water down there, that is, I forget the exact name off the top of my head. I will look it up in just a second. It's stagnant water. Thank you. It is stagnant water. So basically the thing about stagnant water is it drains your decay bar very fast just sitting in it. So you can have your decay bar go super fast if you are not careful. All right, getting some stuff from these pots of chance. Very nice. Okay, a white heart, note from a fallen shadow, some weeping blue, some more lurker skin, which I will happily take. No valenite, unfortunately. That's okay. Ooh, got some orange dendrothrist. That is awesome. Hi, do you mind? Do you mind? Ah, but I got some, I got spectra seeds. Very nice. Let's just go ahead and dump all this stuff in here for now. There we go. Okay. I have my first aspect seeds. I could, in theory, start, well, I can't quite do any aspect stuff yet for the simple reason of I don't have the valenite sickle that I need to gather materials with correctly. So I do have to put a pin in that for right now. But soon, I saw you right there. There's an infestation up there. Let me get rid of that real quick. But once I can start working on aspect stuff, I'll have my first aspectress seed to be able to start growing fruit. Okay. I think we're good. Thank you. More pheromone thoraxes are always helpful. I'm honestly tempted, given the amount of infestations that I end up having to fight in these caves. There is a brew that you can make using the pheromone thoraxes that make the infestations ignore you for like 2 minutes. It does take 4 thoraxes to make 1 brew, but you do get 4 doses of the brew per brewing. So honestly, it may be useful, and thinking about it, I might just go ahead and do that as like the final thing that I do for this episode, is brew some of that. So when it's time to go caving down here and I'm seeing a bunch of I'm seeing a bunch of dots on my minimap. I'm like, okay, let me just go ahead and take a brew, especially if some of them are starting to head towards me, and I can potentially be safe. Put a light there. That is a swamp hag. Hi. Come on. Out. Alright, we're good. Eat some frog leg. Frog leg is fine. Okay, continuing to explore. Lighting the area up as I go. That is probably an infestation above me. So gonna... Oh, whoa, something just dashed towards me. What is this? Oh, okay. It's a Chiramaw. Something moving very fast towards me. What are you? Oh, I got some shock arrows. Interesting. Alright. Moving around. Okay. Lighting up as I go. Let's see what we see. So we're definitely in the area where Chiramaw can start spawning down here, which is not a big deal. Chiramaw are easy to fight. Main thing is just making sure that I don't get ambushed by Chiramaw when trying to fight infestations or anything. More Scabacyst, very nice. Here, put a torch. Oh, something's on my level. Oh, I got bugs. I got bugs. Give me just a second, everyone. Apologies. There you are. All right, backing off. Bugs off the screen. Go. Take a moment. Okay, we got a couple swamp hags. Let's put a block here just to make sure that they can't. Let's see. All right, something's coming up behind me. Back off a second. What do we got? All right, going to juke this way. Juke around here. All right, and block here. Perfect. Block here. There. Okay. Hang here for a second. Switch to crab stick. Regain health. Kill these guys. Yeah, I saw a bunch of guys heading towards me all at once. I'm like, all right, strategery here. All right, they're all dead. And, oh. Infestation. Get rid of the bugs. Okay. We're good for a second. Let's swap to sap jello. Get that. And we are good. Okay. I'm gonna close that block off just in case that's an infestation over there and it can't get to me. More pheromone thorax. Okay. Moving on. Yeah, that is a Chiramaw. Hi there. You are not a big deal. Swamp Hag is not too big of a deal. The main thing with the Swamp Hags is the simple fact of because they're the Betweenland version of zombies, they can just start kind of spawning around you as you're doing other stuff. You know, you start fighting one Swamp Hag, more spawning behind you, and then they're all being kind of summoned to where you're at. Right, let us build a small path down. Torch. Torch. Grab these pebbles, thank you. More pebbles. Okay, can't quite tell. Okay, so this is regular water. Good. It is not the... I should say it's swamp water. It's not stagnant water. Which is good because you absolutely do not want to go swimming in stagnant water. Oh! It may be hard to see. I'm gonna come down here. If you take a look, and I'm trying to be very careful of whatever... Okay, that's another Swamp Hag. That's fine. If you take a look right there, you see that... You see that kind of white stripe that is in that stalagmite? That is a life crystal. And we absolutely want to get that. Let me kill this Swamp Hag first. Okay. We absolutely want to get that life crystal. So, being very careful... because there can be anglerfish down here. We're gonna come on over. Light up some blocks. Hello. What are you? You're an olm. Interesting. That's something that was added in after I played previously. I do not know what an olm is, but... What are you? Can I catch you with a net? I probably shouldn't try. I can. I got an olm. I don't know what they do. I'll have to look it up. But in any event, yeah, this is a life crystal right here. Oh, life crystal. All right, that is a very important find. Hi, fish. Are you? What are you? You're like a little cave fish. Oh, you can catch them. Oh, I feel kind of bad for taking that fish because the other fish were following it. Okay, I'll have to look up and see what that does. No, it's literally just called a cave fish. Okay, cool. I wonder what you can do with these things. Scoop. Oh, they kind of grow up after... Well, I mean, that's kind of cute, kind of sad that I keep snagging the big cave fish. Scoop. Scoop. But yeah, that was actually a very important find that we just found. The fact that I now have a life crystal. So as I said previously, with the life crystals, what we'll be able to do is we'll be able to ooh, excuse me. We'll be able to heal the durability on our equipment. We'll be able to use the item scrolls that we've been finding to get to get certain things, potentially some very good things. And yeah, that is quite an awesome find. Let me go ahead, since I've been swimming in water. Let me heal my decay back up. Let's switch over to the snail flesh. And continue on. So this is definitely an interesting underwater cave area. If I happen to find an... Oh no! Aha! I'm underwater! The natural enemy to bugs. Water. You know, that kind of works. That kind of really works. I might... You know what? I should probably honestly do that. Hello, White. Is bring a bucket of water with me, and if I have to fight an infestation, I'll just throw down a bucket of water and be like, ha ha ha! Because the water also washes off the bugs that are around you. Let me kill this white real quick. Thank you for the white heart. Okay, important thing. White hearts are used to restore the durability of the there we go. White hearts are used to restore the durability of the life crystal. So what we'll be able to do is, as we use the... Ow! Hello. Chirmaw. Chirmaw. As we use the life crystal to animate the item scrolls that we have, to repair the durability on our best gear, the durability of the life crystal itself will go down. We add white hearts to the life crystal, and that increases its durability. Now, you can, if you happen to find a ton of life crystals, you can just combine them in your inventory like you would pretty much any other tool with a durability, and that increases its durability. But you honestly don't want to be wasting the life crystals like that. They themselves are pretty rare and hard to find. Let me go ahead, put the... Go. I have some Scabist already. I don't want to mine this at the moment. It is incredibly hard to see underwater here, unfortunately, because I also don't have... Well, that would be a potentially good thing to do, is have a set of lurker armor with me, just to bring it down under the water here to make it easier to see. No Valinite yet. Oh, there's one of my torches. There's some more Scabist. If I say Scabist wrong, I do apologize. I know it is pronounced like Scabist or Scabist and not Scabicist. I don't know why my brain keeps putting the extra letters there. It just does. But I do apologize for, mispronouncing it. Hi there. Yep. That's fine. I'm gonna go in the water and make it so you guys have a harder time to get to me. Ha ha ha! I am honestly just safer in the water. There we go. Alright. There's no angler. There can be anglerfish down here. There are no anglerfish at the moment. So I'm honestly safer kind of just chilling in the water for a second. Okay. Back to that. So yes, good tip for caving here in the Betweenlands. Knowing where a large amount of water is can be very useful for keeping you alive. Toss that in there. Toss that in there. Grab some more pebbles. All right. Plenty of moss down here if I needed any moss. Rumbly bumbles outside. Don't know if you heard that or not. Hopefully it wasn't too loud for y'all. I'm hearing rumbly bumbles in game too, so it might be storming up on the surface. Okay, so this is where I originally went underwater. Good to know. This is just a big loop. I'll take that. We go. Let's see. We can lose a bit of the cave moss for the moment, because there's plenty of more. Hello there. There's plenty more cave moss around, so I don't have to worry about accidentally destroying too much of it. And we have ourselves a small underground ruins here. Awesome. Okay. Ooh, it is storming up on the surface. I'm gonna have to be very careful. I actually might head back to the surface for a bit, because I don't want to have... Ooh. Orange dendrithus shards, very nice. I don't want to accidentally get mobbed by a bunch of creatures down here, should it turn into like a red sky. Okay, so I need to head... Let's see, start a base, set a base. Trying to keep a very close eye on where I'm at. Okay. I think, well, I need to go get more torches, if nothing else. Okay, this area is dark. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here's my tunnel. Ow, ow, okay. Thorns. All right. Back up we go. Let us go make some more torches, and I think I'm going to start probably bringing some more stuff to make torches with me, because we're actually running... I don't want to say we're running out super fast, but we are getting low quicker. Yes, let's head up to the surface, grab some more torches. And yeah, actually, since I have a life crystal, let's start animating a few things. Why not? Let's go ahead and do that. Okay. So yeah, I was not expecting to be able to get a life crystal, you know, so soon after beginning to go down to the pitstone layer. I thought I was going to have to be searching around for a good long while to be able to find that. So yeah, that's an incredibly lucky find. Again, they are pretty darn rare when you're underground. So that was awesome to find. But yeah, well, why not? Let's go ahead and make an animator, and I will show that off to you all. Okay, so first thing, let's go ahead and empty out the inventory. Again, we have a bunch of white hearts already started being stocked up. So that'll be super helpful. Note from a Fallen Shadow, Explorer's Entries, Marsh Ruins. Oh, we can even read this. Explorer's Entries, Underground Ruins. Let's see. Betweenstone. And yeah, let's put Pitstone like right here. Do a little bit of delooting. So Explorer's Entries, Underground Ruins. I'm not liking the vibe of this place. It was pretty terrible before, but now I feel as if I'm always watched everywhere I go. I've been down in the caverns again, quite deep now, where there's lakes of water and scattered ruins. Some of them had decent loot, but I was more worried about the things that were looking for me rather than things I was looking for. There's a thick fog surrounding me, and it keeps trying to close in. There's a presence beyond that fog that is eyeing me as prey. If I get out of here alive, I might want to call off the plunder. Okay. Well, as we saw, the fog gets very thick very fast underground, so they're not wrong. But let's see. Let's go ahead. We will grab... let's see. We can toss that away. We got the note from a fallen shadow already. We're going to need sulfur. We're going to need the life crystal. And we're going to need the White's Heart. Put the rest of this away for a moment. Note from a fallen shadow. And underground ruins. Yes. Okay. Those will go in here for right now. So, to build the animator, we need, once again, we need a white heart, between stone, sticks, and planks. Easy enough to make. Let's go ahead and grab some planks and sticks and a little bit of between stone. I know we just put it away. Boop. And we have the animator. Where are we going to put the animator for right now? Since these chests don't have a sign on them for the moment, place it right here. So, we have the life crystal spot here. We have a spot for the amount, we have a spot for the sulfur. This is going to take a lot of sulfur, so we will have to be somewhat careful with the amount of sulfur we have. Oops, get back here. I am probably going to have to spend some time every now and again going to hunt down more sulfur. But then let's take the item scrolls. Put the life crystal here. Put sulfur here. And let's animate our first item scroll. Ooh. So as we can see, it's showing how much energy it's taking from the life crystal here. On that bar. On this bar, it's showing how much energy is being taken from each piece of sulfur. I want to say it's about 16 pieces of sulfur per item scroll. But again, it's been a while since I've done this, so let's see. $49 and perfect. Oh, I got a sludge slicer. Awesome. So that took roughly 12% durability from the life crystal, and it took 16 sulfurs. The sludge slicer, what it does is it instantly kills the sludges that are off in the kind of sludgy area down there. It one-shots them. So it can be very helpful to have if you're going to go hunt them a bunch. We'll just put that in my pack for right now, because it's already starting to get corroded, as it does. Yeah, let's see what we get from these item scrolls. This is awesome. 10 octane. I mean, I don't need a ton of octane at the moment, but I'll kind of take it. Ahead and put away this sulfur for right now. But yeah, as you can see, the life crystal's durability is draining. So again, we do have to be careful with it. We don't want it to break. Let's see what we get next. We got the magic item magnet. Awesome sauce. Okay. So what the magic item magnet does is it helps pick up items from farther away from you. They'll get a little sparkle effect, and they'll just be magnetized right into you. Kind of like insert other mod pack that has a magnet enchantment or magnet item. That's what it does. So awesome sauce. Now it does have durability, so we'll have to restore its durability every now and again with the life crystal. I think we can also enchant it with Unbreaking and Mending. Another sludge slicer. Let's see. Let's go ahead actually take the sludge slicer. We'll put them in here for now. Eventually what I want to do is, once I have access to enchanting, I want to enchant that with, I want to say you can enchant it with Unbreaking and Mending. I don't really need to enchant it with like, sharpness. Thank you. I'm trying to remember what the heck the enchantment name was. You don't have to enchant it with sharpness or anything because it's just a one-hit kill. But if nothing else, if I can put Unbreaking and Mending and probably looting on it, that'll be enough for me. Now I can crunch them up into loot scraps. The loot scraps are used to make the fabricated scrolls, and then again you can continue getting more materials out of those. I'm not going to do that right now. Oh, there's a life crystal fragment. I'm not seeing that. So we'll have to keep that in mind. So, as we can see here, our life crystal is at currently 50% durability. What we do is we take the white hearts and add them in just like this. So we go from 53% to 63%. Grows a little brighter, 75%, 88%. So yeah, every white heart you add adds a certain amount of percentage back. So it looks like that's 13%. That goes up to 75, so that's 25%. And then that's 88. So yeah, it appears to be about 12 to 13% durability for each white heart that you add. So long as we don't break the crystal by using it too much, we can just repair it with a ton of white hearts at one time. That's awesome. All right. I think, yes, we can equip the magic item magnet. We can see it down there. It's glowing nice and pretty next to our big bag. We don't have any Valenite yet. Let's grab the sulfur out of here. Let's see. Since we know we need 32 sulfur for each, or 16 sulfur for each application, let's just go ahead and stick it in here in multiples of 16. Let's see what we get with our last item scroll. And then I kind of want to show off the sludge slicer. Let's see what else we get from here. Doodaloo, doodaloo, doodaloo. And oh, I got a voodoo doll. Okay then. If I remember correctly, the voodoo doll is used to essentially attack all of the creatures that are around you. So like you just right click it and use it and it does damage to everything around, which is useful if you're surrounded by a bunch of very small creatures. Yes, that life crystal is very much going into a very important place right there. We do not want that to break in the slightest. Yeah, I think I will go and test the sludge slicer. I still got my rubber boots. I need to head down south to this area right here, this kind of sludgy area. Yeah, we'll go test that out real quick. But yes, there's the sludge slicer, there's the hag hacker, there's the white whacker, and there's the critter cruncher. And there might be one more. think there might be one more. Oh, let's show off the magnet, because why not? So we kill the enemy, or we kill the creature, and if you'll notice, the stuff just goes whoop, right into my inventory. Let's see. Yep, it just kind of floats right on in. Let me try and run away a little bit from a creature. Yeah, see that little blue sparkles? Just kind of hovers right on in. Now again, it does take durability from the magnet, so I will have to be somewhat careful as to like how often I use that. But it's also super useful for just, all right, I'm going through, I'm killing a bunch of stuff, or I'm chopping down some trees and I get all the logs just heading straight into my inventory. I am, you know, shearing a bunch of stuff, or using the I'm using the shears on a bunch of plants, and they just all head into my inventory versus having to go track down the items. So that is awesome. I'm very happy about that. It'll also be very good for if I'm heading out and busting open a bunch of pots. Okay, I've got all the pots. All the drops just head into my inventory. Or if I'm breaking these, they all just float straight towards me. It does take a little bit of time. It's not instantaneous, but it's darn useful. Oh, that makes me so happy that I was able to get that. Oh, that's nice. It's now super dark and I can't see a dang thing. Oh, that is an excellent find. I'm very happy about that. That's one of those things that, you know, at previous attempts to, you know, previous times playing Betweenlands, when playing SevTech, it took forever to get the magnets. Now, it didn't make all that much. It wasn't a big deal not having the magnets, because you ended up getting, you know, enchantments and things that would do the same thing, but it was nice to have. Boop. And there we go. That is the power of the sludge slicer. You just go up to a sludge, boink, and it's gone. Let's go ahead and grab this middle gem ore here. Thank you. And we'll also take out this white. What is behind me? Oh, it's a big sludge. That's fine. Take out this white. I need your heart, good sir and or madam, for repairing my life crystal. You will be giving your life in service of my crystal. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yep. Sticky situation. I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure even the big sludges just get booped immediately by the sludge slicer. So that is awesome. It's a very good way for, hey, I just want to go and collect a bunch of the stuff to make like the sap jellos. Let me just bring the sludge slicer out and just boop all the sludges. And a boop. And a boop. Just instantaneously dead. That is super helpful. My decay bar is getting very low because I'm swimming in the stinky water. Let me go and eat something real quick for that. Can I stand here? Yes, I can. Good. Let me put this stuff away. Zoop. Let me go ahead and we'll drink a couple things of swamp broth. Get that regen going. How is my smoked snail flesh? Is good. I know, spooky man in the forest. I'm waiting for my regen to start kicking in here. There we go. And drink that other. So we get the elixir of ripening effects. Very nice. Let me grab my rubber boots, because I do kind of want to walk around over here, boop a few more things with my sludge slicer. Now, of course, as we see, we do have to be incredibly careful with it. It only has 32 durability. So every boop takes, durability from it, which is, to be understood. But you definitely do not want to have this thing break. Now, to be fair, we don't want any of our tools to break, and we are working very hard to make sure. I saw a pair of eyes off in the distance there. I'm slightly concerned. I am working very hard to make sure that no tool breaks. But even more so, we're wanting to make sure that the tools don't break. I think that is I believe this is a tar pit. Yep, run! Run from the tar pits! Do not want to interact. Do not interact with the tar pits. Very powerful enemy can spawn from the tar pits, and we are not ready for it. Very much not ready for it. Hi, little slime. Boop. Bye, little slime. Oh, I hear you, Chiramaw. Hi, Chiramaw. Thank you for the items. Now, it doesn't pull the XP orbs to you, but that's fine. They tend to, like, float towards you anyway, so that's not a big deal. I'm not, like, super concerned about having to... Oh, no. No. I'm not super concerned with having to chase down the XP orbs. That is a peat mummy. And, yeah, you can roar. You go ahead and you have yourself a fun time over there, little peat mummy. I do not want to interact with you. I am going to run away, and we will fight another day. Today is not that day. Today is not a day to fight a peat mummy. We've gotten some excellent drops, and I do not want to risk them. Oh, the wisps are out. Very nice. Collect a few wisps. Okay. I think I've seen what this spawner is already. We know there's a spawner right here. I kind of want to check to see what it is. Hello. I see something. I was about to say, I think I see something white. Not as a joke. I see something white inside the... Okay, there's two of them. I saw something white inside the spawner. I'm like, I think this might be a white spawner. Can confirm. Is white spawner. Okay. I'm going to stay here for just a moment. Kill these whites. Right. This is where I have to be very careful. Where'd you go? You're behind me. Okay. Danger time. There you are. Ow. Okay, got it. I want to try and get whatever is inside that chest. Let's make a mad dash over there as quick as I can. Got it all. Run away. Okay, got everything from it. Awesome. We'll make one more pass by. Yep. Ow. Okay. Run away. One white is fine. 2 is not good. Just because they can merge and do their little attack. Okay, you're gonna come fight me. There you are. Okay. We are good. But yes, the more white hearts we get, the more durability we can keep adding to our over there. The more durability we can keep adding to our life crystal, and the more stuff we can animate with the animator, the more stuff we can heal with the animator. So yeah, the fact that we now have a life crystal and a spawner that gives that spawns whites means we effectively, not permanently, but effectively have infinite durability for... Oh, we got a hag hacker. Awesome. We effectively have infinite durability on our best stuff. I do have to have a bunch of I do have to have a bunch of sulfur to keep healing the stuff, and I do have to obviously bring the stuff back to base to heal it in the animator, but I can just do that, you know, at any point. Like, okay, go adventuring for a while, have two pairs of gear, one that I'm wearing out. Once that gear gets low, I can go ahead and swap to my other set of gear. Once that gear gets low, I definitively head back to base and heal everything up with the animator, repairing the life crystal as needed, and we're golden. This is awesome. Okay. So we can go ahead and put away our sludge slicer, put away our rubber boots for right now. That was a very, very successful trip. I want to drink a little bit of nettle soup, even though it's not that great of a food, in kind of celebration. There we go. Speaking of soup, I do remember saying that I was probably gonna do this as like the last thing for the day, and so I think I shall do such things. There is a brew that you can make with the pheromone thorax that makes it so the infestations leave you alone. So if we take the pheromone thorax, we combine them up into a clutch of pheromone thoraxes, and then use that in the steeping pot. Oh, ouch. It takes 4 clutches of pheromone. So it takes 16 thoraxes to make 1 thing of pheromone extract. Well, it would technically be 4 things. Ouch. I have a ton, so I can do it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Let's, for Chutes and Ladders, go ahead and do this as the last thing of the day. Let's grab a silk bundle. What am I looking for? I'm looking for a bucket. Thank you. So we'll grab some swamp water. We shall filter that into clean water. We'll take the silk bundle and boop. We're gonna make some really weird stuff here. Yeah, yes. Let's take the thoraxes of bugs, concentrate them, put 4 of them into a tea bag, and make a brew out of it. That sounds delightful. Bloop. And then we'll take 4 empty bowls. Boop, 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 boop. And we'll make some pheromone extract. Now, the extract is what is used in the Grub Hub to automate getting all of the silkworms and such. So I am going to have to do this process a few times once I actually create the grub hub. But for now, I'm just making the brew itself to drink should I need it if I'm down in the caves a bunch. I will not use it off camera. I will save it for using on camera, obviously. At least the first few times. Bloop. It is very purple. But we have the pheromone extract. So we're not perfectly safe if we head down into the caves. I want to be very clear about that. If we get too close to the infestations, we still can become infested. We'll get the bugs on the screen, we'll get the poison effect. But at the very least, the infestations shouldn't be like moving at us to attack us. So there is that. Now, I don't know if that means it will remove aggro if we have already aggroed them. Like, will they just stop trying to float towards us if we drink that? Like, if we've already started fighting them? I don't know. We might try that out next episode. But we have made a pretty good amount of progress today. Everything considered. We made it down to the pitstone layer. We did get a couple advancements. Let's see. Collect weeping blue petals. Let's see what we've got. We've got sticky situation. Slay a sludge with a sludge slicer. So awesome for that. We did rock bottom. We enter the pitstone caves. What else have we done? We've looted. We did that already. We need to animate more item scrolls here. I've already done that. Place a steeping pot, craft a silk bundle, and steep some tea. Oh, so I guess because we made the tea bag first. Okay, I guess I'll have to craft another silk bundle. Oh well. Let's see, what else have we done so far? Already did that. And then this is just standard Minecraft stuff. Okay, but yeah, in any event, we went down to the pitstone layer. Awesome. We managed to find some scabist. Awesome. Most importantly, we found a life crystal. Very awesome. We reanimated a few item scrolls, got some goodies from them, and have made our first batch of pheromone extract to hopefully not have as much of an issue with the infestations. But until next time, thank you all so very much for watching. I hope you have a good day and good game.